What's going on, friends and family? My name is Skylent, and today I'm just going to tell you that 144 hertz is completely worth it. And really, we're going to talk about 120 hertz, kind of mostly, and just kind of referencing it as double the FPS of 60 FPS here. You can get a 120 hertz monitor, you can get 144. I believe that's the most popular, and you can actually get even further. Go like 240 hertz. It's some ridiculous stuff there. But I'm going to tell you about my purchase with my 144 hertz monitor and tell you the reason why it's so hard making videos as consistently as before, because I'm kind of in love with gaming once again. I'm in love with competitive first-person shooters once again. I mean, I've always been in love, but like I am kind of addicted. I hate using that word, but like I am really jamming on some Tracer right now, because when you play these games, it's kind of hard to realize what you're missing out on until you actually get, you know, that new gear, that new mouse, that new mouse pad, the new gaming keyboard, mechanical keyboard. You kind of don't realize that you kind of needed it all along until you finally get it, and you're like, oh, this is why when I watch pro players, it looks like they're playing a totally different game, because they kind of actually were. See, now when you have all this stuff, I got a Razer Death Adder, I got the, Black Widow, whatever, keyboard, I got your Steel Series, quick, heavy, mouse pad. I got all the gaming legit stuff, I got all the gaming pro gear so that I can play at the same level of pro players. And as I've accrued all these little items, my play has incrementally increased. But now with the 144 hertz monitor, not only do I feel like I'm playing better than ever, I'm playing characters that I never was confident in, and I have a sensation, just even browsing the internet, of like, this is luxury. This feels really good. There's less ghosting, there's less artificial blurring and weird stuff. I mean, literally just moving around windows, it feels a lot less like cancer, and it just feels really freaking good. Massage to the retinas, absolutely. So 144 hertz, is it worth it? Right now, I'm not here to just kind of justify my purchase. Really, I didn't even want this. I was like many of you. I felt like, 144 hertz, it probably isn't that big of a leap. 60 FPS probably looks smooth enough. Oh, hell no, dude. The difference between 144 and 60 is very similar to the difference of me seeing 60 FPS for the first time when I used to play console games at 30 FPS. It really is that impactful. Now, I'm not going to say that you can't be a Masters player at 60 FPS in Overwatch, because I did that. I played a lot of Hanzo and Pharah, stuff like that. But I was really not confident with McCree and Soldier and Tracer. And now that I have that, I really just want to play hitscan. And I was totally not a hitscan player. I played games like Tribes Ascend, or even in Halo. I used a lot of the weapons that weren't hitscan. All of my history with all gaming, I generally didn't like hitscan weapons. But now, going into this, with this 144 hertz, I do enjoy it. So it actively changed me as a player, and I think it will do the same for you. Just like when you first got your first gaming mouse, and you started actually being accurate, just like when you got your first mechanical keyboard, you get your first real, when you get your first real gaming gear, it kind of changes everything. Yeah, no, this is one of those things that is probably the most important thing before you buy anything else. I know it's the most expensive, but it's seriously the most impactful. So I think it's kind of ridiculous that a lot of enthusiasts, or soft enthusiasts, they will buy all this stuff. They'll buy expensive cases for better airflow so they can slightly overclock it, or I don't know, something, so they get a little bit more frames. But people seem so hesitant to actually buy higher frame rate, refresh rate monitors, even though that's literally the thing that's going to allow you to see more frames. That's going to give you the actual experience. So there's a lot of hype around 4K. There's a lot of hype around higher resolutions. There's a lot of hype around, I don't know, dynamic, what would you even call it? Contrast ratio? They call it different things on different monitors. Asus, I forgot what they call it, but yeah, there's all this weird marketing stuff that doesn't really impact your gameplay. Nothing impacts gameplay more than frame rate. And that should be the first thing you purchase. And honestly, guys, I seriously didn't think I'd be making a video talking about it, but here I am. My monitor broke in transit to my new apartment, so I seen Ashley, because she totally broke it. She actually purchased me this monitor as a replacement, and oh my god, it's amazing. So let's talk about the monitors that are the most popular with pro players. We have the Asus VG248QE 24-inch Full HD 1920x1080, obviously. It's 144 hertz. That's what we're mainly talking about. It's 1 millisecond response time, which is super good too. And keep in mind, guys, you need to use the DVI input whenever you plug these things in. Some monitors are different, I believe, but anyways, this is the monitor that I have, and I plugged in the HDMI, and it was 60 FPS. I was like, what's the difference? So I played one round of Overwatch, and from that, I got a immediate, difference. It's like, okay, I looked it up. Okay, that's how you turn on 144. Okay, I did this, switch the cable, and then the next match, I instantly could see, oh my god, 60 FPS and then 144 hertz. is totally different, at least when you're playing first-person shooters. Now, any other genre, honestly, it probably doesn't matter, but you're a PC gamer. And when you're playing RTS and you have all these, different units on the screen, StarCraft, you have all these things happening. When you're playing FPS specifically, or maybe certain action games, maybe third-person shooters, but these games that are just like, there's so much on the screen, things are happening so quickly, you need such reaction times, this changes your gameplay. You will be a better player instantaneously, objectively. So in a way, it's kind of pay to win. But not only that, guys, I don't want to come at it from that perspective. Even though I am a competitive player, I have to say I've been enjoying everything I've been playing. I've been playing Dota 2 at 144 feels great. Like I said, just moving around your windows, just browsing the internet feels so much better. Now, obviously, at this price range here at $236, or around a little over $200, definitely under $300, you're not going to have the best speakers. You're not going to have a lot of weird features, like 4K and a lot of other things that you just don't need. It's going to be 1920 by 1080. It's going to be your standard stuff, but that's what you want when you're gaming. You want really just kind of. You just want the frames. So you're paying specifically for those frames. So let's assume that you're going to have shit speakers, it's going to be shit build quality, all this good stuff. So exactly how much is the frames worth? Really, basically, you're getting a little over double the frames for a little maybe under or over double the price. So that's, it should be pretty obvious there that the price is completely worth it at that price point. It's just for the frames, you're paying, you get what you get, and it's great. It really is. It's fantastic. Now, obviously, as a gamer, you're going to have headset, so I guess the speakers don't matter too much. Most monitors, honestly, just have, even more expensive ones, just really shit speakers. So don't worry too much about it. Now, if you want an alternative monitor to get, I think the more popular version is going to be the BenQ Zowie XL2411. This is, 144 hertz, 1 millisecond response time, all that good stuff. Now, this one is more popular. I'm not exactly sure why. I haven't purchased it, but both of these have the ability to go vertical, which I guess is kind of neat and cool. Anyways, they're both 24 inches. This one's a little bit more expensive. It is on sale right now, actually, so it's relatively priced. Yeah, it's just like $10 more. So the BenQ one is at $249 on Amazon. Pretty cool stuff. The difference is absolutely noticeable. I think you guys should check it out. There's no way that I could actually show that on YouTube. There's just no way, even if I could actually upload at 120 FPS, you wouldn't be able to watch it because your monitor's only at 60. So yeah, I guess the only thing I could really suggest that you do is maybe somewhere, some like computer store, or there are certain TVs that kind of fake FPS in ways, and that's a whole nother video, but you might be able to go to Best Buy and see those fake 120 hertz monitors. They really blend frames, but if your eyeballs get like a funny feel, like you're literally going to feel like your eyeballs are being massaged. If you get that feeling, then yeah, that's going to kind of translate. Yeah, that's how it feels when you play games, except without the fake frame rate enhancement, like motion blur and stuff like that. It's just pure, crisp gaming, 144, awesome sexiness. So that's really all I can say about that, guys. You're just gonna have to kind of trust me that it's about double the impact. Obviously, there's a reason why most things are 60 FPS right now, like fighting games. It's tied to the physics. There's a lot of other games, like racing games. I wonder if FPS enhances that. But if you are a PC player, most likely you play PC games because, what they do right is going to be like FPSs or, maybe like StarCraft, potentially. But, games like that where you have so much going on the screen and things are happening so fast, CSGO especially. You really, to play it, I would even dare say casually, you should be aiming at 144 hertz. I mean, you wouldn't play fighting games on a TV that has like 10 millisecond response time, right? Like you just would not really be able to play fighting games. Like you could say, well, I beat the campaign and I'm gold level or whatever. I'm better than 50% of the. I don't care, dude. I don't care. You're really not playing the game. You need 1 millisecond response time, and for FPSs, I do think you need over 120 hertz. Yeah, 120 hertz or more. 60 FPS is kind of last gen, and maybe that's just my PC Master Race coming out, but no, dude, seriously, I got this monitor. I didn't expect it to be as big of an impact. I thought it'd be a little bit smoother, but no, it literally changes the game, and it changed me as a player, and I hope I got that across, because there's no other way I could actually visually show you. You just kind of have to trust, and at this price point, it's looking pretty good. And most games, you should be able to run it. Like I have a GTX 970. I think it probably could run great on GTX 960 or something comparable. You should be able to run games. You have to turn some things down, but I promise, instead of having motion blur or all this ridiculous bloom, just turn that off anyways. It's kind of ugly. Turn it a little bit lower, get that 144 hertz, and play an entirely different game and have some fun. Thanks for watching, guys. My name's Skylent, and hey, I hope you do have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.